The Nuggets came to town to play the 76ers. It was the biggest game of the night. It was very intriguing. Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris led the Sixers, who beat the Nuggets. The Sixers have now won 11 of 13, and they have not lost a single game in Philadelphia. Seems like the Sixers are hitting their stride. Would you agree?
I do agree. And first off, Jamal Murray left the game due to an injury.
Yeah, early.
Will Barton got off to a terrific start. But the baffling thing watching this game is how the Joker wasn't aggressive initially. Mm-hmm. And you know what else I figured out while watching this game?
What's that?
I love Jokic.
What?
And here's what I mean. Because
while watching this, I watched this game too, Jalen.
Correct.
Rose.
I'm going to tell you what I mean. Because even though he's been an all-NBA player, even though his productivity is a shade of what it was last year, you know what I appreciate? He's a great teammate. He does
really?
dribble handoffs. He still passes the ball first.
That's what you saw?
He doesn't force shots. He wasn't aggressive.
That's what you saw?
He wasn't aggressive.
Oh, no, I saw something completely
passive.
different. Oh, do you know what I saw? Yeah, I saw passive.
In the second quarter, he hadn't even attempted a shot.
He didn't. He had 15 points. He had 9 of them in the third quarter because I'm sure at halftime the coach is like, "Yo, are you here?" Because Jokic was involved, just like he always is, in every single possession. When he's in the game, they set 1 or 2 pick and rolls for him. And if he's involved and he's in the main action in every possession, and you're gonna score 15 points, is this your king? This is your king.
I felt like I was
your
him.
king.
I felt like I was
This
him
is
watching
your
the
king.
game.
Do you know why I felt like I was him? Because I'm a mentally weak basketball player, and so is Jokic. He was completely disengaged the entire first half. You can tell he got yelled at halftime, scored 9 in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter was just disappeared.
So when you play against Philly,
It was a close game too.
one of
disappeared.
the underrated signings for $100 million. And by the way, as much as this gentleman I'm about to mention loves his family, he loves his community, he loves NBA basketball.
Me?
He loves Shakira concerts too.
Me?
Al Horford
Oh yeah.
does a terrific job of defending. And
Yep.
so that doesn't only fall on Joel Embiid now. And so when you go against a guy like Jokic, they can take turns. And he's guarding Joel, so now Joel could try to go to work on the post. He had his spells in the game, Embiid, had some turnovers, but to me, it was about the balance of the Philadelphia 76ers and Tobias Harris scoring the ball when he had
Well,
opportunities.
another thing what Horford and Harris allowed them to do is they're going to put Jokic in the pick and roll, and it's a tough cover. You know what I mean? Gary Harris can hit his little floaters and stuff. They just put 3 defenders in there and be like, you know what? If you're gonna, you can kick out to one of those shooters and we can try to close out. I'm not worried about that because a couple times they gave up like just easy shots from both Harris and Jokic.
But the person that's going to unlock the Nuggets to me and possibly take them to another level, they got to see what they have in Michael Porter Jr.
yeah,
I know you have so many vets at that position. You have Millsap, who you know what you're going to get on a nightly basis. And I understand that. You want to give Beasley some of those minutes. You want to give Craig some of those minutes. But for me, if they're going to now legitimately be a contending type team, Plumlee playing some minutes at the 5. You have to see if this guy who went in the lottery that you gave a red shirt year can actually play to the potential of what a lot of people felt was the best player in the draft.
in
that
best player
included
in his
Doncic
year. Yeah.
and included Trae Young.
Well, here's the thing with him is watching the game, and Greg Anthony actually pointed this out. It's like box score looked terrible. Box score looked terrible for him, but he was active. He was around the ball. He was doing things that made me say to myself, you know what? Maybe he's not going to be a huge contributor this year, but he's a young man, and if he stays healthy this year, like by next year, he'll be at that kind of like third option, second option level player. Well, Jalen, you know how we pick people that we love? Mm-hmm. Matisse Thybulle. I love this guy. There was some buzz about him in like summer league and early in the season. What a good defender he was. I love Matisse Thybulle. He kind of went off yesterday, 3 for 4 from 3, 13 points, but it's the defense he plays. He plays such good defense. I love Matisse Thybulle. He's a great pick for them. And when you watch Sixers games, keep your eye on number 22.
He fought through more screens in last night's game than I did in 13 years.
Facts.
Like, I literally watch certain players when they play D, I'm like, he's really hustling.
And he's in passing lanes. You can read people's body language. Like, oh, I'm about to pass there. He's like, nope. He's like, oh, no, I'm not. Reset.
But see, the thing also that becomes a game changer now, and you just showed it on those clips, is one, him making a couple of threes.
Yep, 3 for 4.
And then the other thing, you have somebody that can run with Ben Simmons.
He got a couple dunks from Ben Simmons.
See, people look at Ben Simmons' height and underestimate how fast he runs, and I know that sounds crazy, but now all of a sudden, you have somebody that can get out there in the 3-on-2 breaks, the 2-on-1 breaks. And since Ben Simmons isn't a guy that's going to attempt shots outside of the paint, usually, now to have that other guy running with you, it creates a lane for him to also drive to the basket and score.
Jalen, I don't have the box score in front of me, but I believe Ben Simmons had 7 points in the contest yesterday.
He did.
That in like over 30 minutes.
He did.
That's not a good game.
No.
You got to score more than that, Ben Simmons. You're an all-star. You're going to be in the all-star game, but like I expect more from you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.